So, just got home. It is after 5. Remember that drink? 5 Alive and 5 to Thrive with the nerd right here going to the bathroom. So, just seen the X for the first time in over close to a year and a half. And it was the best thing that I did. And I don't regret it at all because it is what I needed to process this breakup and kind of just know that we're not going to be getting back together. And the person that I was in love with and thought about every day for over, I want to say a year, damn that thing's loud, for over a year and a half, after finally meeting up with them and talking to them, it was not anything that I remember or anything that I thought it was going to be like or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't, it wasn't bad. It wasn't good, but it just had made me realize like we are in 2 different arenas of our life, and that is what it is, and that's the way it's gonna be. And we're just whatever. And hearing her talk, once I heard her, and now that I know what the fuck gaslighting is, once I really listened to her talk and listen to her manipulation, she's got a lot of fucking problems. You know what I mean? Like, and I find no pleasure in saying that about anybody. I don't. I really wanted her to win, and I still do, but I just don't have it doesn't consume me, or I don't have the emotional space or wherewithal, if you will, to keep if you don't know how to get sober after living with me for fucking close to a year and a half, you're not gonna. And when we were together on and off for, I don't know, a couple years, whatever. But so got that done. Told a couple people what was up, and they were kind of like, "Oh, bro, don't fly." I said, "No, man." I said, it's all good, but it wasn't. It was what it was supposed to be. You know what I mean? It was what it was always going to be. It was going to be a person who's in active addiction, pretending they're not, gaslighting, lying, manipulating, lying, bullshitting, manipulating, and just being overall, deceptive and dishonest and toxic as fuck. You know what I mean? And I just finally, now that I'm not involved in that, and after all the fucking things that's brought it done, and to hear her like bullshit fucking like half-hearted like apology, I was like, yeah, I'm not even trying to sound egotistical or like being a dickhead or anything like that, but I was like, you got me fucked up to think that I would just accept this bullshit as fuck. Maybe you know what? You need to go and find yourself some people that share the same morals and values and all of that shit, because we aren't compatible, and that shit is non-negotiable with me. Anybody that fucking lies to you at all about anything, especially when you're in a relationship with them, is saying they don't have any respect for you. And this person just don't have any respect for themselves. And the proof is in the pudding, as Bill Cosby used to say.